Good morning, everyone. This is Vishal Kapoor, a realtor at Century 21, Ontario, Oakville, Canada. How are you guys today? Thank you for joining. Bright, sunny day, a little crisp. I like this kind of weather when it's bright. How about you? How are you guys doing today? I'm doing fantastic. Let's see if more people will join in, and then we can start the topic. Well, the topic is today is like how to win a house bidding war. Well, there are some hot real estate market in Canada, namely Toronto and Vancouver. And one of the results of a hot market is a tendency for sellers to underprice their houses in order to create a bidding war. So this benefits the seller because it speeds up the selling process and they might get an above market sale price if the bidder gets carried away. So it's like a hot topic over here because there's a seller's market and the price is going up high in Toronto, in Canada, in Vancouver. And this is like an ongoing, like the price is unbelievably going high. And most of the time, it's the bidding war. Just the other day, I put out some listings to show it to my buyer client, and in the morning I sent it, and by the afternoon when he decided to pick and go and see the house was already sold. And there was another one over here, where they're not accepting any offer until Friday. And that's very common over here because they want to create the bidding war. The price was so great that we want to buy it, but they were not accepting the offer. So some buyers feel that sellers are behaving inappropriately or even unethically by underpricing their house. That's what the people say. That's what people feel. My opinion is that buyers have to deal with the real estate environment as it is, and need to figure out how compete effectively for a house, how to compete effectively for a house, rather than worry about ethics or the fact that bidding war are not the way it is supposed to be. We can whine and we can blame everything, but ultimately it's not going to help you. So sometimes an asking price is meaningless. The first thing to realize is that the asking price for a deliberately underpriced house is meaningless. Just ignore it, except as a very general guide. You are negotiating against the other bidders, not the seller. And that's a brutal reality, that you are not negotiating. You are negotiating with the other bidders, not the seller. Traditional house purchasing negotiation is between one buyer and one seller. The asking price sets the intent of the seller and negotiation starts from there. In a bidding war, the seller may control the process, but they take themselves out of the negotiation process. The auction is between the potential buyers who don't directly negotiate against each other, but are competing against themselves to buy the house. So that's a very common thing over here. Thank you for joining, and if you like this tips and tricks, you can share with your followers. I love to get the hearts from you as well, and like to interact with you guys as well. So if you feel this is the tip which you can share with your people you care about, you share with an Android phone, you swipe up. If you're a first timer, you don't know how to share, and share with your followers and share with your Twitter friends. That'll be great. I really appreciate that. The topic we are talking today is how to win a house bidding war. What's the secret behind it? In a bidding war, the seller may control the process, but they take themselves out of the negotiation process. That's what I was saying. The auction is between the potential buyers who don't directly negotiate against each other, but are competing amongst themselves to buy the house. A bidding war, intentional or not, effectively remove the relevance of the asking price and allow the bidder to determine the selling price of the house. By pricing the house too low, the seller might as well set an asking price of 0 and let the potential buyers figure out what the house is worth. On a related note, a friend of mine successfully sold his house recently, and we just talking to that using the 5-day method, which requires the seller to set the asking price to 50% of the estimated market value, and then let the bidders determine the fair market value. In my opinion, to compete effectively against your competitors in a house bidding war, the best thing you can do are be able to walk away, be prepared to walk away. Know your housing market, ignore the other bidders, and also look into their real estate appreciation as well, like how much of the real estate is growing on that area. And realtor who do their homework and they know what the price is going to be. So look into that, what's the actual price you want to pay. When I say be able to walk away from the house, as I mentioned, here are things to think about when buying a house. Don't fall in love with the house before you own it. There are other houses for sale, and if the prices goes too high, don't be don't overpay. Walks away if you have to. Your agent won't be pleased. Since I wrote about it, why you can't trust your real estate agent when buying a house. At the point when you're bidding for a house, your agent is your enemy, not your friend. Unfortunately, it's true over here. If they don't have your interest on that, I don't force my guys, my clients to go for it, and also prepare them, be ready. Even you're liking that house, if you want it badly, you don't have to. The education is the biggest part, which I provide to my clients over here. It's learn how much houses are worth. Knowing the market means looking at enough houses in your target area and their eventual sale prices. Ignore the asking prices to be able to determine how much a house might sell for. Seller do their an asking price, what they think their house worth, but in reality, what I do is I do the market analysis completely. When I do my initial consultation with my buyers, we say what's important to them, and always keep on reminding that what's important to them, rather than going for the bidding war and say that's worth it or not worth it. Looking to the market, what's the prices going in that market, how high it can go, and how high we can pay for that. But a lot of time it happens people fall in love and they feel depressed when they don't win that war, because they prepare everything, they work hard on that, and they not win. So I normally recommend my buyers not to get fall in love just before you buy the house. Consider your appraisal value as the asking price for that house and go from there. Ignore the selling asker price, I keep on saying, telling that. Ideally, you should determine beforehand what your upper limit is and stick to it. So when we go in the market and we're looking into that, for example, if you're going and say, my maximum is 350, we're looking to that because all it's included the other cost in that too, a land transfer tax, lawyer's fee, home inspection, all that count on that. So make sure when you're doing you always do the low ball. Low ball means you're not doing ridiculously low price when you're doing that, but also at the reasonable price, so you have some room to negotiate on them. I'm not sure how realistic that is. If you are in a hot bidding war, I would figure out your upper limit and make that your first bid. If necessary, just do small increases after that, but don't exceed your upper limit by much. The two biggest mistakes you can make with the bidding war are for paying more than what you can afford. Solving this take discipline. Winning the auction by a large margin, this means you overpaid. Ignore the other bidders. It can be intimidating to go up against a lot of bidders for a house, but don't assume that all of them are rational bidders. There were 14 bidders when I sold my first house. And I can tell you out of that group, only 3 were really in the running. There were another group of 4 that had reasonable bids but not good enough. The remaining 7 bidders were all under market. The house was very comparable to a few recent sales, and any good agent should have known that those bids were a waste of time. Ironically, one of the lowest bid was from a real estate agent. So that's give me how they want to win it, but it might be the client telling them just go for the low, and they don't want to, but they also know their limit probably as well. Some bidders are irrational on their other extreme. They will pay whatever it takes to get a house. Whatever you do, don't be the person and don't compete against them. There aren't a lot of fools and with a lot of money for obvious reasons. So rest assured that if you are bidding against one of these crazies, just move on to the next out. If things go too far past your limit, I have heard friends claim I'll never get into a bidding war. I have people who say that this doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't matter if a house is $500,000, has an asking price of $450,000 or $550,000. It's still a $500,000 house, and the asking price is wrong. In either case, just ignore the posted price and proceed with the proper bid. So do the marketing analysis, talk to your realtor and say what's the real market value going on, not what the person is asking and not what you want to offer, but what the market is saying about that. You can also remove the auction element of the buying process by knowing how much is the house worth and just bidding that amount. If the bid isn't accepted, move on. If you lose out on a lot of houses, clearly your appraisal methods need some revising. And that's what I say, your realtor need to work on it. And you have to really embrace the reality, what's going on in the market, and go from there. I remember my wife and I were involved in a bidding war when we purchased our current house. Because of the research I had done, it was clear that the market value of the house was above 8% above the asking price. We bid that amount and bought the house. Now, to be clear, we didn't win the auction because of my research, but knowing the true house value allowed us to make a rational offer and not feel like we were overpaying. Interestingly enough, the seller turned down the higher offer because bidder wanted to knock down the house. We are planning to fix it up. It was a wreck. And since the seller had grown up in the house, he took our offer instead. So to sum things up, the winner of house auction is not necessarily the person who buys the house. It depends upon the situation. It depending upon what you're really looking for. Sellers have a different motivation at that. Try to find out what their motivation to sell and why they're pricing that house. And if you, I won't say don't go into the bidding war, but chances are you might be right. And you might, if you do the proper research, if you do your proper homework, and if you know the market value, it's much easier to do it. But don't overpay it. If you're overpaying it, it's you also ruining the other market as well. Hi, how are you? I'm open to questions now. If you have any questions regarding bidding war or any other real estate question, happy to answer to you. And please share these tips and tricks with your followers. Really appreciate that. I'm getting a lot of good feedback from people who are replaying this video as well. I'm doing fantastic. It's awesome day. And how about you? How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling awesome. I made the choice every day. That's how I want to be. The choice are to be stressful. Choices are to be joyful. I choose to be joyful every single day, and because that's in my control. University home, that's yeah. You can say that it's a mini university. I'm not the university. I'm just the sending the message from my experience, from my knowledge. And share with you guys over here, no charge, free of cost. I love sharing I love educating people from my experience, from my client experience, and really love to help people. I was reading this quote and really and I feel that so true, and that's what implemented in my life is helping other people to succeed. That what make people successful, and that's my goal is to make people succeed. And that bonjour, merci. I know a little bit French over here. My kids are doing it. I cheated the other day, and my daughter was she know French, and so I messaged her to come to the parking lot. So I used the Google Translate to how to translate the French, and she was so impressed because she thought I'm learning French. I'm trying to, but not too much, because I have some of my clients who are from Quebec and French as well. And in Canada, we have the dual language anyway, French and English. So I really want to learn that one day definitely I want to increase my French knowledge. Well, thank you for watching, and really appreciate that. If you have any questions, I'll take those questions today. But keep on saying that to people over here. Don't overpay the price. You're not supposed to pay the good overprice. Do market research. Do interview to realtors and see what their knowledge are. And don't. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for watching this. And what I was saying that lost in my words, when I'm replying to that, thank you. That I was saying, do some research, do market analysis, shop around, ask people, ask your friends, do a little bit more homework. When you do your homework, when you prepared, rather than just because the house in the market and you like the area, you just started going and shopping. You don't go you're not buying a grocery, you're buying a house. So make sure that you do your homework when you're going and buying a house. I'm not sure what that means, but I hope something is good. I'm also very afraid of these days on the Periscope. There's a lot of the sex bot and everything coming out, and I'm not sure why the people want to do that and how it's going to help them. The title says it is all about real estate, and that's what I share, and that's what I give the tips. And people from from different industry, which is they come. I like the motivation people, motivating people, encourage them. Oh, she asked, how are you? Okay, sorry, thank you. And I'm good. So the other language as well, so which is great. Sorry if I, but sometimes it's in Russian. Oh, that's good. I know a few words in Russian. Only I know do svidaniya, which is goodbye, but I won't say it until the end of my broadcast. But other than that, I don't know much Russian. I noticed that there's a lot of Russian viewers on my broadcast. Maybe it's the timing, where they want to watch, but that's what I found on that. So again, we're talking about the house market over here in Toronto and Vancouver especially. It's not the whole Canada, the market is booming, but in Toronto and Vancouver, the two areas which are the bidding wars are going on in the houses, and most of the time is in the prices of the house. Oh, that's great. You know a lot of languages, which is great. It's good to have the multilingual over here, especially in Canada. I wish and I learn 4 or 5 languages, because people coming out from all different countries over here, and that's why I love this country. This is a great peaceful country to live, and they accept the immigrants over here very gracefully. We help out each other and we respect each other, and that's why I'm proud to be Canadian. Really happy at this place. And I hope in all of the world we can send that message that living together is the best thing you can do. Respecting each other, that's the best thing you can do. You respect other, you gain respect, and that's why motto is you respect others, you will gain respect. The other thing I was talking about, helping people succeed, that's the secret of successful people. And that's why I joined this Periscope and give me the opportunity to share my helpful tips, which can help people to making decisions when they looking to buy or selling their house, so they don't get into that's true. Canada has a wonderful nature. It's full of you have so much scenic over here. I enjoy the trails, and I have a trail right near my house, and whenever I get the chance, I go there, and I love the nature over here. Every morning I get up, the sun is shining, different sky view, so many trails, so many creeks over here, and I love that. And every season there's a different beauty. I admire that. Canada are full of a natural, full of nature. So if you love nature, come visit Canada, or come over here. You're welcome to live over here. And thank you for watching again. My name is Vishal Kapoor. I'm realtor at Century 21, Ontario, Oakville, Canada, and I provide daily tips for home buyers and home sellers to make them succeed. So if you feel these are the great tips and you want to share with your well-wishers, your people you care about, feel free to share with them. You can also watch my replay on cash.me/VishForYourHome. My website is VishForYourHome.ca, where I put different blogs as well, and my broadcast there as well. Also, it's have the feature of home buyers feature. Oh, you're coming after your graduation? Wow! So what you doing? What you learning there? At a university or your college? I know sometimes it takes the time to type it on the this thing over here. But yeah, definitely a lot of students come over here as well, and they build their career. Some people coming after completing their graduation, they're coming for work. So what's your purpose? Future interpreter. That's good. They have a lot of demand over here for sure, because people coming from all over the world, and they use different languages. Sometimes English is not the proficient on, so you will do good. You will do good for sure. What else? Any question regarding real estate market? Well, I'd wait for a few 4 minutes, if anybody wants to have that. But like I said, the real estate market over here is booming, and a lot of people moving to Canada. And now we have we're getting a Syrian refugee over here too. We have to build the houses for them, and we are here to. I've already seen so much drive going on over here. People donating clothes, people donating goods to make them feel comfortable and feel like a home over here. I know how much they've gone through over there, and I really wish that humanity can understand that all it matters is it's live joyfully, live have some a patience. And that's one thing which we don't have these days, is the patience to understand other cultures, to understand and let them be. Let them be. Don't try to force somebody to convert your thinking on that. Everybody is individual, it's unique, and respect that. And that's what I believe in. When I came over to this country and they accepted me, I was not able to speak English properly. I still don't. I say I do a lot of grammatical mistakes, but they accepted me over here as a human being and giving me an opportunity to grow and help others. I am Canadian now. I came from another country. I came from India. So in 16 years now. It's going to be 16 years. I came in like a 2000. So I have the great experience over here, and I love this country. And during the process, I love the real estate because it's given me the opportunity to meet people from all different culture coming in, and what experience I had from my when I immigrated over here, I want to share with other people. Yeah, so you're welcome over here. Thank you. Appreciate your appreciate you're appreciating me. That's great, and that's our work. We live happy, live joyfully, and that's what the choices we can make over here. And that's what I enjoy doing over here. When people coming and settling down, they're buying their first house. That's my specialty, as first time home buyers, and help them with the tips and tricks how they can do it. A lot of times they have a lot of fears when they're coming to the new country and they don't know what to do, and because I have the similar experience, I have been there, done that, I can tell you what to look for from my experience. As far as I say I'm perfect, and no, I am not perfect. I learn every single day, and I share my tips and tricks with my clients, with my followers, and whoever want to listen to these tips and tricks. And I'm open to suggestions as well. And sometimes you have some ideas which I can take and grasp. So I'm a very open-minded person, and really like my Periscope community as well, who help me and promote myself. Also, so many great Periscopers are out there doing the fantastic job, and most of them they are helping others to succeed. So that's what I like about it. Anyway, in the time to go, I have another appointment with the buyer. I know it's funny, it's a cold weather, but now I'm finding I'm getting more busy because more the serious buyer, or they're planning to buy in a new year. They started planning right now what to do, because I provide the daily tips and tricks, and they can benefit from that as well. So again, my name is Vishal Kapoor. I'm the realtor at Century 21, Oakville, Ontario, Canada. You can contact me at vishal.kapoor@century21.ca. My phone number is 905-330-8675. You can text message me, or you can call me whenever. If you have your friends and family in Canada, or if you're watching from Canada, please share with your friends and family. I really appreciate that, because most of my business has come through referral, and referral come from people who trust me, who have dealt with me or listened to me, and who know me. So I'd love to connect with you guys over here. Follow me, and I provide daily tips for home buyers and home sellers. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and wish you nothing but the best. Thank you. Have a great day.